everyone, welcome to the Spurs News. First of all, I'm so disappointed with the performance. I don't know about you, but I was very shocked. I thought this is going to be a new era, but it's a new garbage era. It is a horrendous tactical decisions by Mourinho, which showed how fragile and weak these signings he has made, and just made me understand what is to come in this season, if the future is the same as the present. Now let's get to it. Mourinho's decisions were catastrophic, to say the least. The debutants were horrible, to express the least amount of words when speaking about them. And Everton looked what we wanted to achieve. We said before the game they are in the same position as we are right now, but they proved that they have ramifications. They've done a lot of ramifications to stop the decline in the club, and they are on the verge of something great. I think they have done the great things for their club and the manager. Now let's get to it. So 5 things that we're going to talk about are as follows. First of all, Harry Kane, I don't know, he got lost in the tracks. He wasn't pressuring up front. None of the players were pressuring up front. I don't know what they were doing. They were dancing, or forgot they were playing a game, and they all got frustrated with one another. It was very obvious with their body language. And so number 1, we couldn't pressure up front, and Mourinho spoke about it. He called it lazy. But I mean, if you can't get your players to do what you want, that's the problem of management. It's not only the problem of the players. So I don't blame the players only. I blame Mourinho first and foremost. Number 2, we've seen the signings that he had made during this transfer window. I knew Joe Hart was a horrible decision. I didn't even have to see him this game, but I know that if he came on, he wouldn't have done any better than Emil Højbjerg or the other player that he had signed, Doherty. Now, I'm going to be frank and honest. Doherty was a good signing, and I think he performed very good during the game. Now, Emil Højbjerg, I don't know what he was doing, which position was he playing. He was all over the place. He didn't know what he was supposed to do. He was lost. Now, on the other side of things, we've seen how the other players performed for Everton that were signed this transfer window. James Rodriguez showed that he was very creative. He gelled in. He was able to put in an amazing shot. And oh my God, I mean, this was unbelievable for us. The third point that we're going to talk about is how weak and slow our defense was. I mean, I had expressed our concern for left back, but we had said that it's not an urgent thing. And it proved that it could be an urgent thing if these kind of performances continue, because Ben Davies almost gave away a goal. I mean, it was just Richarlison going crazy or not keeping his composure to miss that goal in the first half. And then also Richarlison was dodging through these defenders like he was Superman. And he took many shots in the corner that could have ended up into 3, 4, 5-0. I think we escaped with a 1-0 defeat. So, oh my God. So these are the first 3 points. Now let's go to the 4th point. 4th point we're going to talk about here is what is going on with the motivation at the club, because it seemed like the players were not motivated to perform at any level, no matter where they played, whether they were defenders, midfielders, or forwards. They all lacked intensity, they all lacked energy, they all lacked I don't want to say integrity, but they lacked something that showed that they cared for the club and for the fans. This is a performance I would just want to forget about if I was a player on the team. I don't know what to say. I was just sad to have watched this game. I was shocked that I wasted an hour and a half of my life in just looking at that disaster. I hope the games that are coming are going to be much better, are going to be quicker, and we're going to show a lot more passion for the game and show some desire to win. Okay, the 5th and last point is Mourinho has shown he's a catastrophe at making decisions. I don't understand what kind of formation was he playing through the game. The first part was, why does he still pick Dyer as a center back. I'm telling you, Dyer can't play as a center back. He's horrible. He can't do that role. He's just not fit for it. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't know the urgency. Why everybody else jumped except for him and Dyer and Alderweireld. They both were not jumping, and it was a cross from half, almost close to the half line. I mean, let's go a little bit closer, but I don't understand. I just don't get it. Dyer cannot run. Dyer cannot defend headers. Dyer cannot show a lot of intensity for the defense to protect the goal. So if Dyer is going to stay in the team, he has to play as a center defensive midfielder. And Davinson Sanchez has to come back in the center back position with Alderweireld. Alderweireld didn't feel comfortable with him too. And did you see that opportunity that Ben Davies gave away? He gave it away, but if we had Davinson Sanchez over there, he would have tracked back and caught up with Richarlison. But we don't have any speedy center back, so this is what happened. And so this is one of the tactical decisions that were horrendous for Mourinho. The second tactical decision that he made was very bad was Harry Winks. Why does Harry Winks and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg both play at the same time? I don't get it, because they're both the same player. It's just a different style, and one of them is maybe more prone to make tackles. So if that's what you want someone to make more tackles as a defensive midfielder, then I'll play Pierre. But why Winks? Either take Winks out or Pierre. But he makes a very catastrophic decision at halftime and brings in Moussa Sissoko instead of Dele Alli. I don't understand that. I just don't get it. Instead of bringing in somebody like Ndombele to replace Dele Alli, if you don't like him, that's fine. Okay, bring in Ndombele and then take out Winks and put Moussa Sissoko instead. This is what I would have expected. And the other players, that they all were fine. Or you could have put Bergwijn instead of Dele Alli. I just don't get it. I was trying to figure out the whole game what he was trying to do. But I guess I wasn't the only one trying to figure it out, because all the pundits were saying the same thing, and even the players looked lost in the second half. Okay, we missed two great opportunities. So even if we are to score these great opportunities, we would still lose the game, because Everton had so many chances to score 3 or 4 goals during the game. So I wouldn't dwell too much over the missed chances. But everybody lacked a bit of sharpness, and we've seen it when we were attacked. And why did Heung-min Son give Harry Kane the ball instead of Dele Alli? I just don't get it. It just lacked a lot of intensity, lacked a lot of energy, and lacked a lot of concentration. Now, let us know how you feel about that game. Do you think we're going to make the top 4? In my prediction for the league, I think at the Spurs News, we're not going to make the top 4 if we continue like this, and these performances need to improve, and we need to sign a striker as soon as possible, plus a left back that is going to be more reliable than Ben Davies. Thank you for watching the Spurs News. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Spurs News, tracking down every detail. Transfer news, every gossip, every finished move. Game predictions,
analyzing and giving Wafa scores.
lineup predictions,
Figuring out what's Mourinho's